Hey y'all, happy full moon in Scorpio. I am going live from my new office. Okay. Oh, 3:33 on the clock. You know the vibes. I'm going live from my new office. I'm about to do readings for each of the signs for the new moon. For the full moon. It's funny how I'm saying for the new moon because I am on TikTok. I'm streaming live on TikTok and I'm streaming live over here on IG, which I never do. Okay? This replay will only be available on Patreon. You know the vibe. Send this live to someone that you know so that they can catch their reading for their sign while I'm on. They will not be able to catch the replay. Okay? Unless they go subscribe and watch it on Patreon. Let's get right into it. You know the vibes. Let's pray. Holy Spirit, ancestors, guardian angels, spirit guides, spirit animal, source, God, universe. Thank you so much for my life and my gift. Please allow me to tap in with my collective and see what messages you have for them of truth, wisdom, love, and discernment at this time for this full moon in Scorpio. Please protect the space from any negative energies and only allow energies of love and light to enter. Ashe, thank you, Spirit. Thank you so much for the love donation already. I saw it. As we want to jump right into Aries. Okay, so boom, right, moving on in reverse. And then I saw the trapped in fear, and it's here. It's popping right back out at me. I saw it before when I was shuffling. Getting up into your energy. Okay, Aries. Moving on, trapped in fear out here in reverse. I'm going to be honest with you. There really is this energy around you being in an environment that does not feel good to you. You know isn't healthy. You know doesn't make you feel good. Being very much comfortably uncomfortable. It's all you know, or you've been there long enough that you've been adjusted. You know what to expect. You know, too much isn't really required of you in this environment. That is another thing for you to kind of look at, Aries. Okay, so I just really feel like you facing fears that you don't necessarily want to acknowledge that are there in the first place. And spreading your wings, getting out of an environment. For some of you, this is leaving an unhealthy friendship, marriage, work environment. Heavy on the unhealthy and unhappy marriage for some of you. This person is all you know, or you spent a really long time in this environment with them. Okay? But I just feel this energy of like someone's overall energy feels unsafe to you, unhealthy to you, puts you in a really bad mood every time you encounter them. And so it's scary. It's this energy of it's scary to be in an environment that's really peaceful or where you don't know anyone, where y'all don't have any bad history, where, people aren't putting on these personas. There's something about that too. All of these masks that you're seeing people wear that you have to wear in an environment just to fit in because you're the weird one if you don't. Having no desire to do this, but still there being some real fear around being yourself and having an opportunity to step into a new environment where people aren't like that or they don't seem to care. Okay, this could be like y'all, city life going to country life even. You're already, seemingly way ahead or way further ahead, than everyone around you, everyone in the environment, that you're moving to. So you could slow down or you could stop or you could not care. Where you from, everybody cares about designer. Even though you don't care, you got to still make sure that you look fresh. You got to still make sure you look fly or up to their standards so you're not clowned or so you don't let the odd man out or so that you don't feel or look left out. This is so shallow, so surface level of an example, right? But now you're moving to an environment where no one cares what they wear. They're just themselves. They don't really care. They care what kind of person you are. You know what I'm saying? They care whether or not they care about whether or not they like you, whether or not y'all get along. And those are the type of people that you really want to be around anyway, And so it's okay for you to be you. Okay? I want you to honor that. Hey, can I have a reading? So this particular live, I am only doing, hi Victoria, I don't normally go live on TikTok, so I'm starting to do that more. This particular live, I'm going to honor that I'm only reading for the signs from Aries to Pisces. I will potentially pop back in later on IG and TikTok. I normally only do this on IG, where I come to $40 10-minute readings on live. But I'm not doing that right now, beloved. Okay, if you stick around, you will absolutely hear a message for yourself. Kind of works like that with me. So I'm doing Aries reading right now. Pretty much that's the only message that I really want to have for Aries at this time, because I'm not going to be here too long with each of the signs. But if you want to send me a love donation, truly appreciate it. You know the vibes. Cash App, Big Body High Priestess. That's posted over here, or they know it over here, but I didn't post that here. But I may come in later to do personals. Again, you know, I'm not used to doing my personals over here on TikTok, so I'm kind of getting adjusted to the energy or whatever. But big Empress vibes. I'll come through and check y'all. You know, I'll be back. Not right now. Yeah. So spread your wings, Aries. Okay, I love this for you. Spread your wings. You know, I also really feel like I want you to not walk into a space and think that, you know, because you're so far ahead of them. Hi, Sissy. How are you, baby? Because you're so far ahead of them that you are the new leader, or you're who they should be looking up to, or this is an opportunity for you to flex on a level that you want. There's something about this, like be fucking for real, okay? It's this energy of like you don't really feel like you're up to the standards where you come from with everyone else. Like you're an outcast, or you don't fit in. But then you go to an environment where, you know, you're the coolest one there. You have the most information. You know, you're the most up to date. But in real life, you ain't really up to date. So don't feed into that. You know, don't feed into that. Don't try to make yourself look cooler than you are. Make yourself, you know, the center of attention more than you need to be. Make yourself the person that, you know, people associate with. You know, being the smartest, being the coolest, being the one who's most tapped in, all these things. If you're not really willing to do that work, or you don't really embrace that, like you don't really like where you're from, but yet you the man where you going to now because you from there. But in your neighborhood where you really from, you just a regular degular. And that's okay too, you know, or by their standards, or by whatever people are judging you by. I just feel like don't feed into no stereotypes too much that you don't really feed into in the environment that you're really from, because it'll backfire on you. Okay? Moving on. Okay. This is my live. There was some live restrictions in certain areas over here. Okay, whatever. Anyway, moving on to Taurus. Taurus, man. There's something about you having things in more than one place, you being in between places. Please take everything that you want with you. Okay, some of you decided to call it quits on old connections with people, but you told yourself that, but you didn't tell them that. They didn't get the memo. There's something about this. Certain people just feel like y'all are on a break, you know, or y'all are in an in-between space. Need to hear you today. Really appreciate you, High Priestess. Sending you so much love. I know you a Scorpio too, and I know the Scorpio energy may be a little bit intense for you, so I'm happy to be here, love. Yeah, Taurus. There's something about this where you decided you're out of a connection. You're done. You know, whoever it is that you're done with hasn't quite gotten the memo, which is crazy, because I feel like, you know, you being the throat, you being the voice, you absolutely telling them, I'm so over you. I don't want you. I don't want to do this anymore. When I tell you somebody does not take you seriously, your boundaries, but you really got to look at it, man. You really got to look at how many times you said you were done with something and still stayed in the position that you've been in, or stayed with this person, or found your way back to them. So, you know, there really is something about, I got to show you better than I can tell you. Telling somebody that you ain't dealing with them no more is not the answer. It doesn't even matter what you tell them, okay? Especially because they know that your heart is not in it. Sacral chakra, heart chakra, real loud, feminine energy is coming through. working with these colors intentionally to heal yourself. But I just feel like your heart really hurts at this time. And you're really being called to transmute some of that pain creatively, productively. Okay. May even potentially be having some sort of stomach problems or womb issues. Okay. Your health is so loud. Like I feel, Taurus, I really feel you ignoring the pain in your heart, real genuine heartache until it starts to develop into something else. Heartburn, heart palpitations, you know, heart attacks, God forbid. But I said what I said. You know, if I come right, choose wisely in the areas and the matters of love, man. Because some of you really do have some health problems that are on the horizon, you know, that you're going to have to be dealing with moving forward because you stayed in unhealthy situations for too long. Some of you can really feel this in your body. I also just feel like this energy of like, I don't love someone, don't leave. You're not with someone for love, you know, or because you're in love. You're with someone for stability. Okay? Be careful of this. You know, you made a major move with someone because you want to live better, or you're going to make a major move and you're going to include someone that you're absolutely not in alignment with because you're afraid to do it on your own. And it's, you know, it's frustrating too because I feel like this is not something that you want to translate to anyone else. You want others to feel like you are stable, you are secure, especially because this is what you represent. And it's the illusion of that. Like someone is in a really unhappy situation, unhappy marriage, relationship, connection. It's only a matter of convenience. For some of you, your friendships are even this. Or these are the connections that you're like, I'm walking away from this. Yeah, well, tell them that. Say that shit out loud. Say it with your whole chest. Tell the universe that you're done with this, that you know you deserve better so that you can make room for better. Okay? Right, new beginnings out here in reverse. And then there's this energy of some of you heavy on the taking the old. You take you wherever you go. So some of you left in an old environment, or you're about to, and you're going to take these old ass habits, okay? Certain belongings, things that carry energy. You know, you're stubborn, you're fixed. It's hard for you to let things go. You really do love your things, especially things that you know, have built some sort of collection with. So I feel like right 3, 4, 5 on the clock. Okay, forward movement, progression. It's time to let things go and move on. There are certain things that you have some sort of sentimental value with because you have a lot of them, or you have them for a really long time. The word collection keeps coming to me. You are absolutely the collector, Taurus. Some of you have a very valuable collection. Scorpio, and then I hear Scorpio, full moon in Scorpio, which is your opposite, but I think Scorpio right now, and I'm thinking OPM. Okay, I'm thinking OPM. I'm thinking other people's money. That energy. So for some of you, you know, you spent a lot of money because you like really nice things on things that you take really good care of. You have really dope collections of things, or this could be like clothes you've acquired, or, you know, crystals, or, you know, books, whatever this is, people would be willing to purchase. For some of you, they'd be willing to purchase them simply because they came from you. Okay, not only do you have a really bomb collection and you keep them in really good condition, but there's something about you and your energy, people loving you, that they want to buy whatever you've had, or they like the way you rocked it so well, they want to acquire it. And so what I said, in the hopes to acquire some of your energy in the process as well. Okay, so be mindful of this. For some of you who want to get rid of things and you're really tapped in, you're really fucking connected, you would really do well to deep cleanse things before you get rid of them, before you sell them, before you throw them away. If there's something that you don't want, let's say you throw out an old piece of furniture or old TV or whatever it is, and you just, it's trash to you, and you hope that they take it out, but you want to ensure that no one else gets their hands on your energy. You know, sometimes you put things out and other people pick them up. They're like, I could repurpose this, I could fix this shit, I need this, I'll take it. And then because it was garbage to you and you were just throwing it away, you didn't take whatever proper steps to cleanse your energy off of it. And then someone else, hi love, happy Mother's Day, thank you so much. Okay, someone else now has acquired that thing, and they've also acquired some of your energy. Okay, they're using it, they're harnessing it. They don't know why it feels so good, why their life has gotten so magical out of nowhere, you know, because you have a fucking hand in their life, you know, more than they think, more than they know. You're not aware and they're not aware. This energy coming through. Financial and material changes. So this could also be where they start to benefit, get good, good energy, good karma, start to make money, and you losing money, or money stops flowing into you. You're being drained in some way. So be mindful of this, Taurus. Okay? Whatever you decide to leave behind, or it's trash to you, or you let someone else acquire, someone low-key ends up getting blessings behind you. Okay? Giovanna, the sound fairy. If you want to get a personal reading in my DMs, like a personal mini read, they $40 10-minute reads. You can come to my DMs and we'll set that up. You know the vibes. You know, if y'all not going to come book a half an hour read. But right now, this live, I'm not doing any personal reads on it. Okay, so come see me in the DMs. Yeah, so zodiac signs. I'm open for mini reads, just not on this particular live. When I'm done with this, I'm going to post this on Patreon. You know the vibes. Gemini. Wow, positive movement forward with the heart chakra out here in reverse. And intuition in reverse. There really is something about someone kind of warning you, telling you that they're going to be moving on and you not believing them, or this is you, man. Okay, I love how I feel Aries and I feel Taurus. You know me as a reader. They all go one into the other. Okay, so I just feel like someone has done it. They've successfully moved on. You're getting a glimpse at their new life. Okay. I feel like a lot of being brokenhearted, that someone has moved on. You've been made privy to this information. Someone has some sort of level up you want to congratulate them about, but you're not supposed to know, or they didn't tell you directly. Okay. This energy. Okay, there really is something about this where I feel like really being heartbroken, or really wishing you had treated someone better once you see how they have moved on. Again, this could be you, that others are seeing this way. Someone being on the outside like, damn, Gemini really did level up. You know, they've come up. They're living so well. I wish I could live like this. Feel some of you coming into someone's environment going, I wish I could live like this. Or someone coming into yours. Now, the fact that I keep going back and forth like this could be you or this could be them feels like there's potentially Gemini placements on both ends. Be mindful, man, of not having any jealousy in your heart. I feel like someone is realizing through you in real time. Someone got to level up. Hear me out, Gemini. Stick with me. You either you got blessed or someone else got blessed. One party got blessed and the other party was so happy for them. Genuinely so happy for them. And the person that got blessed, the party that got blessed, couldn't understand. What the hell are you so fucking happy about? This is my blessing. What you so happy for? Totally didn't understand the support and the genuine love that came off of the party that was happy for them and their blessing. Fast forward, that party that was so happy for the other person's blessing is now getting a level up 10 times that. Is now getting a blessing 10 times that. And the person who initially was blessed, who didn't understand this other party being happy for them, is looking at this party's new blessing and struggling with their emotions. I understand now. I understand that they got this because they were so happy for me, because they were there for me, because they had my back, because even when they didn't have, even when they were struggling, they were still rooting for me. They were still 10 toes down for me. And for everyone, I realized that this is God, like, blessing this person for the way that they have shown up. I didn't see that before. I thought this person was a sucker. I thought they was a clown. You know, I thought they wanted some real sappy shit. Always somewhere crying, always somewhere seeing the signs in something. You know, always somewhere trying to tell someone, teach someone, seeing the beauty in life. Someone was real fucking cynical. Only to see, like, how God will show you how good it can get when you live your life this way. Okay? And so again, I feel two fucking Geminis. You two are either, like, you know, and this is giving me light side and dark side to Gemini. Like evil twin, you know, evil twin and good twin kind of vibes coming through, no lie. And one being like, yo, hey, listen. And now, you know, I'm so happy for you, you know. My time is coming, and it's this energy of recognizing when God blesses someone that you love. That means God is in the neighborhood. Let me tend to my house. Let me clean my house. I'm so excited for my neighbor because God is going to come see me next. And this was somebody's energy and when they were happy for you. Okay, or this was your energy when you were happy for them. And now, you know, the original person who was blessed and who was on the receiving end of all of this love from this person who is now leveled up and shot past them, they're like, how can I get like this? You know, I wish I could live like this. You know, I didn't have the, like a heavy on the lack of awareness. It could be someone who is masculine. This could be the divine masculine coming through. Damn, I wish I would have listened to her. But I also feel my feminines who are very emotionally detached or who have been very emotionally detached. You know, get out of my face with all that woo-woo shit. Or you're always somewhere crying over the little things or finding joy in everything, being very annoyed at the way that someone is extremely grateful all of the time. And God does not play about them. The divine does not play about them. I feel like being very closed off and now wanting to open your heart, realizing that you have to have an open heart to be blessed in the way that this person is. And not only that, but there is a bit of a sting only to realize that this person has kind of served their purpose in your life. They'll never love you the same way or give you that same energy anymore. You've taught them it was unsafe, or they taught you it was unsafe to love this way. Okay, to support this way. I feel someone was very reluctant to receive their blessing, very reluctant to move on, felt very guilty as well. This is someone who very much knows how to celebrate other people's blessings, but when they get their own, are so overwhelmed by them and want to bring everyone along. And God was like, nah, you ain't going to be a positive moving forward with moving on in reverse. Nah, I don't care how bad this hurts. Walk away from this person who didn't appreciate you when you were there for them, so happy for them, cheering for them. Because they're, one, not going to cheer for you the same way. Two, they're going to bring you down, okay? They're going to lower your frequency. They're going to bring you down. They're going to try to steal your energy, steal your vibe, steal your blessing. And some of you are getting the wake-up call that you're that person. You're that person that has been stealing joy. You're that person that's been trying to steal blessings from someone. You're that person. You're that person that's been trying to steal joy, steal blessings. Or you're that person that hasn't been able to be happy for someone. Okay, or someone is mortified and like, I'm just gonna go ahead and leave Gemini alone. Gemini is so happy. Gemini is so good to to me, to us, has always been, and I cannot return that. And I see that Gemini is so much happier without me on the other side. I'm just gonna let them be. But let them be then. Okay, again, I couldn't tell who was who because there are definitely Gemini placements on both sides. And that one was a little confusing, so I hope that you followed me, but I understood. I hope you understood. Oh shit, this person wasn't crazy. Oh shit, this person wasn't talking. When they say, yo, my ancestors is about to make a way. Yo, God's about to show up. Yo, God's about to do great things. Can't you feel that? Can't you feel that shift coming? And someone's being like, oh my God, shut the fuck up. You always talking about something. You always want us to, we always waiting for something. Some miracle is going to happen, and that miracle has happened. And now professing out loud, I want to live like you, yo. I want to be like you. Not only that, like, fuck it. We all grown here. TMI, my nipples are hurting. Somebody's pregnant. Someone's pregnant that doesn't know that they're pregnant. Okay? Someone's pregnant or someone's extremely fertile. Heavy on my nipples hurt like I'm pregnant. Like when you first get pregnant, and I am not. Okay? So please be mindful, Gemini, if you don't want no babies or you don't want another baby. I feel like for those of you who are in a relationship or not, whoever you're sleeping with, it is not healthy for you to have Gemini and Aries energy is so loud. It's not healthy for you to have a baby with this person right now. Okay? Okay, I'm going to move on. Cancer. If you want to send me a love donation, I truly appreciate it. You know the vibes. Cash App is $ Big Body High Priestess. May whatever you send to me be returned to you tenfold, beloved. Okay? Also, if you want to come get a private full moon read, you can come to my DMs. Okay? $40 10-minute reads, or come book your private session. Your half an hour session on my site. Again, I know I'm new to be doing this over here on TikTok, so I don't have all my information queued up for y'all, but it should be on my actual page. Anyway, Cancer. Wow, wow, wow. The waiting game and fulfillment of wishes with heartache and loss. Listen, there really is this energy of waiting for someone to come back to you, waiting for someone to come back around, but also waiting for opportunities that you really want to find you while you watch, you know, others get up and go get them, or somebody in particular. I really hear someone like being like, yo, I'm not gatekeeping, or this isn't, you know, this isn't a closed practice, or this isn't just for me, Cancer. This is for you too, you know. This can work for you too. You can utilize this too. This can benefit you too. You know, that energy, just try it. It works if you work it. And it's funny how I say it works if you work it. It's very much giving me like NA, AA. Okay, the program, it works if you work it. So that is also giving me someone being addicted, okay, to however they're working, whatever they're doing. This could be the way that you work, the way that you call money in. Someone is very addicted to being in survival mode and doesn't know it. I feel this energy of like you having lost someone in your life that you feel is very magical, or someone who reminds you to be magical, someone who does magic on your behalf. Someone who there's something about having lost connection with someone who teaches you an easier way to manifest, or who reminds you of your own magic. Okay? This is so random. There's something about living in the same environment with someone, okay? And they have all of these magical, sacred spaces set up. This could be like their altar spaces, but when they leave, when they move out, or even when the two of you are at odds, when y'all are not on the same page, or in a good place, feeling as if they take all of their magic with them, feeling as if those sacred spaces aren't yours, okay? Or this is how someone feels about you. You could be really frustrated with someone, or they're frustrated with you about why, you know, why don't you change this is good, perfect examples. Like, why don't you change the ancestor altars? Why don't you ever feed the ancestors? Or why don't you ever, you know, tend to the money altar, or, you know, clean this particular space? And the other party is like, well, you know, that's your space, or, you know, those are your things. You know, you do that. You give offerings. You show up in that way. I don't. Very much a lot of weaponized incompetence energy coming through. You know, I don't want to mess things up. I don't know how you like them done, so I'm not going to do it. But then wanting to benefit from the work, okay, or from the energy that those sacred spaces, the blessings that those sacred spaces bring into the home, bring into the life, and into their life, you know, wanting someone to do the work on your behalf. So I feel like someone who, you know, has very sacred belongings, spiritual belongings, or creates a sacred space with their things, once they leave, those things go with them, and their energy leaves the space feeling very empty and very entitled to those things, very entitled to that covering and that protection. For some of you, these are your fucking children. I don't know what this is. Big grown-ass children, you know? Leaving your environment, but when they have to leave, it's the comfort of your home, or the comfort, there's certain things that come in your home that they don't get to take with them, and they don't understand that, and being very entitled and you know, annoyed that you would even try to stop them or hold on to your things, or you're annoyed that they would even try to hold on to their things or keep them, take them with them, you know, when you've gotten accustomed to them. This is so crazy to me. Okay? Someone who, and this is really loud in regards to the ancestors, or into spiritual practices, or into inheriting something that's been in the family. Somebody is not giving a shit about something that was in the family, or a certain tradition that needs to be upheld. Okay? Until they lose access to it. Still very being covered while letting someone else take over the responsibility. Man, you make the offerings. I ain't going to make the offerings, but as long as you make the offerings, we're all covered up in here. Excuse me? But when I leave and I take this shit with me, you're going to have to figure it out. And someone going, whoa, 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 what you mean when you leave and you take this? This shit covers me too. Yeah, but you ain't loving on them. Or yeah, you ain't making this offering. You don't put in this work here. This is mine. Okay? I did this. I created the vibe up in here. I created the energy up in here. Not understanding. Okay? Thinking that someone was bullshitting too. I just feel like thinking that someone was bullshitting, that they were lying when they said like, yo, you're gonna feel it when I leave up in here. You're gonna feel it. Right. Truth in reverse with solitude and harmony in reverse. Right. And you know, and even the Ace of Swords energy out in reverse. Like just feeling like someone was full of it, was bullshit. Okay? Like they weren't that important to you. Like go ahead and shut up. A lot of suffering and silence in reverse. So someone was complaining to you, yo, listen, I need more reciprocal energy, or I need you all hands on deck, or I need us to be on the same page, be family. I need you to care about, you know, help, you know, put in some offering, put in some effort, and you like letting them suffer and ignoring them and thinking that they were bullshitting or they were lying when they said like, listen, when I leave, you're going to miss my energy. When I leave, you're going to wish that you had this back. You know, that you had appreciated this. You're gonna wish that you were taking notes, that you were paying attention, only to be feeling that now. Watching someone who could manifest money out of nowhere, and you thought that they were, you know, again, always on some woo-woo shit, or it was annoying, or you could just be lazy and let them do it, and they would do it for you as well, because they love you like that, because they carry you in their heart like that, just leaning in or expecting on them to do it. And now, you know, kind of being balls to the wind, don't know what the hell to do. Now that this person isn't there, again, an accelerated motion with heart chakra in reverse, foundation and achievements in reverse, with love begins. I feel like this is someone's love language, to pour into you, pour into the home, give these suggestions, things that I just feel like someone's giving you some sort of suggestions that would help you accelerate further, but you don't want them. You didn't want to listen. You don't want to do the work, or you don't want to believe them. Okay. Only to realize, damn, they were really trying to put me up on game, or they were really trying to set me up for the future. They were really trying to help me work smarter and not harder. Can you give me that advice again? And they're like, nah, I ain't got it. Nah, I don't want it. This is a collective theme, man. There's a lot of regrets around things that were promised to us. You know, denying things that were promised to us. And then when those soul contracts are rewritten and they're offered to someone else, or they're given to someone who is more appreciative, being like, whoa, 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 wait, what you mean? Bring my blessing back here. That blessing is gone. It's no longer there for you. Okay, you're going to have to wait until the next one, with this wisdom card out here in reverse and all this purple that he's wearing. Because I just feel like this energy of like, oh, you wasn't wise enough then? Well, I guess you'll be wise enough moving forward. A lot of having to learn lessons the hard way, Cancer. Okay, and you're not the only one at this time, but truly feeling it. Not only that, but I just feel like you forced someone to sacrifice some shit, make the hardest decision, the hardest sacrifice of their life. Okay, someone did not take that sacrifice lightly. So this could just be walking away from you, or all that comes with you, what you mean to them. You know, someone did not make that decision lightly. They genuinely cared or genuinely loved you very much. The way that they get blessed after walking away because they chose themselves. So this could be you. But I feel someone walking away going, I'm choosing me. I'm sorry. I got to choose me. And you know what, Cancer? You should do the same. I'm never coming back. We're never going to repair this. And this is never going to work. I'm choosing me. But you know what, love? You should too. Please remember all that I left you. Please don't forget. Please allow yourself to get stronger than ever. Someone is praying that you improve the quality of your life now that they're no longer there. Because all you do, there's something about this too, because they know that they're not there, that you're suffering in silence elsewhere, you know, otherwise, that you're not talking to anyone, you don't feel safe with anyone or to get help from anyone, that you're on your own. They recognize that they were the biggest person in your corner, and you took them for granted, and now they're like, I'm sorry and I love you, but please, please, please show up for yourself, Cancer, because I'm not anymore. Someone is solid on the boundaries that they have set, but they are also asking you to, like, you know, put on your big girl panties, put on your big boy pants, man, and take a stance against your own self-sabotaging behavior. Because they still love you and want you to do well for yourself. Hold on a second. Okay? Being very uncomfortable with how someone is unavailable to you. Anyway, let's move on. Leo. Wow, wow, wow. Listen, it's funny. Trapped in fear with this awareness, mental conflict in reverse, and prosperity begins in reverse. Movements, choices, and decisions in reverse with destiny. I really feel you dodging and ducking everybody who is too fearful to move in alignment at this time. Too fearful to bet on themselves. Trapped in fear with awareness, because I feel like you see your fear, you feel your fear, and you face it head on. A lot of energy of, I'm aware I'm scared, I'm doing that shit anyway. I'm aware I'm scared, let me transmute this shit and get to the root of why I want to do this. Get back to what I love, get back to my passion around this, so that I can move from a place of love as opposed to fear, while everyone around you continues to make decisions from fear. And it frustrating you, and you know, this energy of like, you seeing where it gets them, and you seeing how it pays off for you every time. You know, you don't allow that vibration to hold you back. You don't allow that vibration to be what, you know, your final thought or your final deciding factor on how you move forward, or if you move forward at all. Like, a lot of energy of like, I know this is uncertain. I know I'm feeling things that, you know, I've never felt before. I know I'm stepping into a season I've never stepped into before, but I want this bad enough. You know, I believe that I deserve this. I believe I deserve better. I don't need to necessarily know how this is going to play out before I trust you, God. I trust the divine. I trust my ancestors. That energy of divine faith, okay? Trust in the divine in ways that everyone around you doesn't have. And it would be so easy for you to second guess yourself or fall, you know, into that trap of, you know, lacking faith the way that they do, and you refuse. You refuse. Not only that, but I feel like moving forward and your nervous system not quite just adjusting, right away. Greetings, welcome. How are you, baby? It's funny, you said greetings to me and I said it back to you, and I immediately felt Aquarian energy. It was totally giving alien, totally felt Aquarian energy. Okay, so Aquarius is around somewhere very close to you, which is your sister sign. Aquarius is always around you, always in your face. So there's that. Yeah, man, but there's this energy of like, I know I'm afraid and I'm moving forward anyway in the hopes that I'll have the best positive outcome. But also, I love your level of awareness, because it's also realizing how fearful you are, or realizing that the frequency that you're in can give you adverse, you know, can cause adverse effects, adverse results, you know, with all of your heart and all of your intention is in the right fucking place. But are you kidding me? Oh, nah. I thought something was damaged that wasn't damaged. Anyway, what was I saying to you? What was I saying? I totally got distracted that fucking quick. Graduating from self-sabotage. Okay, no, so there's this energy of like, you know, being fearful, moving forward, but also knowing that you're not going to have the best possible outcome because you're still fearful. Like, someone's like, yo, you know, there's this energy of like, do it scared, right? And that's one level of understanding. And then there's the energy of, if I do it from a place of fear, then I can't be doing it from a place of love. You know what I mean? I can't manifest the same results that I would be manifesting if I had come from a place of love. Being very mindful of this. And so doing your best to talk yourself through the fear, acknowledge it, make it, give it life so that you can take its power away. It's almost as if the fear of something not panning out the way that you want, being like a monster under your bed. And so shining a light on it, talking about it, not letting anyone else be able to use it against you, revealing that skeleton in your closet or monster under your bed and being like, all right, I see you, but damn, even after I see you, I'm still afraid. Damn, I thought, facing this thing was supposed to take this fear away. It doesn't. It being harder for you to move past it and yet still showing up where others go, oh, I won't even look at that. Oh, that doesn't even exist. I won't even acknowledge that it exists. I'm so scared by it. You continuing to find new ways, try new methods to rid yourself of the fear that's coming up now for this new season of your life. And this is why your money has been on hold. So some of you stepped into this new abundant timeline where you're about to be more creative than ever, Leo. You're about to make more money than ever. You're already living better than ever. I feel you being in an incredibly beautiful environment, living on a level that you never have before, in an environment, in a community, just people's energy. This could be like being around a lot of business owners, homeowners, in a family neighborhood, people who have a lot of money, There's something about this energy, people who are recognized for their status in the community. And your nervous system has not adjusted to it. You don't necessarily feel safe in this environment just yet, even if you were brave enough to go ahead and move forward and put yourself in that environment. And that is the disconnect right now between you and your money, because the scarier part of that is it was scary to get into the new environment you're in, and now your money kind of being on hold because your nervous system does not feel safe with the new level of abundance that you've manifested. And like at the same time being like, damn, I recognize I'm this powerful. I recognize my magic is this strong. Okay? Damn, yesterday I pulled Devil Reverse in the Four of Pentacles. There's that too, man, where I just feel like not being over. Yes, birds of a feather flock together. Damn, yesterday I pulled the Devil Reverse with the Four of Pentacles, and that is what you just said. And I just feel like there's something too about having to be just mindful of any lack mentality around money, or being afraid to spend money. Having to honor the flow of it is so much harder when you don't feel like there's enough of it coming in, or when you feel like there are things piling up on you that you have to do. Promise you the divine's going to make a way. And for a lot of you, the divine making a way looks a lot like you having to ask for help at this time. But there has been so many people that you have helped over the last 5 years, specifically for a lot of you, but 5 to 10 years. It's a 10-year cycle that I'm really tapped into right now. Some of you have been such a fucking blessing in people's lives from 2014, 2015 and on. You have helped so many people in ways that directly and indirectly, ways that you were aware of, and way more ways that you weren't aware of. That the way that community just wants to give back to you is insane. People just want to be there for you, okay? Just want to have your back. Yes, I'm drinking hot tea and cold water at the same time. I'm on live. I'm working. Stop. Get yourselves together. Okay? I'm going to leave that there for you, Leo. Man, with the conflict and defeat and the emotional loss, not only that, but when I tell you, people dogged y'all on the way out. Yo, people dogged y'all, and you were braver than all of them. People counted you out. I feel like talked bad about you. Yo, like you wasn't shit. Like you were a bad person. Okay? wished bad things on you, evil things on you. Some of you were so solid standing in who you are and in your beliefs. People wish death on you. People wanted to fight you, wanted to hurt you, wish death on you, wish you would just disappear. You know, I can't live all fucked up when Leo is around. You know, I can't be fucked up to the people I want to be fucked up to, because Leo is always somewhere advocating for people instead of minding their fucking business. Damn, I wish Leo was just dead already. I wish Leo would just disappear already. And you did. You got the fuck up and got low, got gone. I feel like it is divine blessing you something crazy right now. So it doesn't even fucking matter. You know, a lot of like, coming out of like, I'm just trying to stay alive. I'm just trying to get through this. So coming out of that survival mode to hear the divine going, here, baby, go ahead and rest. You earned it. You deserve it. And not knowing what to do with it. It being a lot more work for you to rest than not. A lot more energy around taking care of your body and your heart, literally needing to restore yourself, because I feel like physical pain in your body and in your heart from the shit that you've endured, and the people who wished death on you, or people who wished you would just fucking get low or disappear, are like, oh my God, where's Leo? Oh my God, Leo's really gone. Oh my God, I need Leo back. Oh my God, nobody loved me like Leo. I'm sorry I said these things. I'm too ashamed and too afraid and too full of fucking pride and ego to ever say that shit to you. Because they know they had to stand on what they did to you, Leo. What they said to you, Leo. People said and did things that were so fucking painful and so fucking hateful. They have to stand on that shit, live with that shit forever. Virgo. Wow, Virgo. Intuition with hope in reverse and stand your ground. Aquarian energy coming through. Piscean energy coming through. Pisces is your opposite, Virgo. But there's this energy of someone wanting to prove someone wrong at all costs. I feel like there is someone who is super fucking psychic. Now, this could be you. This could be someone else. Someone is extremely fucking psychic and never wrong. They do not miss. And the other party, so there's another party that just wants them to be so wrong. Please be so wrong. Someone is giving a message like, hey Virgo, you about to be fucked up in the game, or your life is going to take a dark turn or a wrong turn, or this is not going to pan out well for you. A lot of energy I'm hearing, you won't be blessed if the divine won't bless you if you don't bless her, or if you're not a blessing in her life, or if you're not a blessing to someone who's a blessing to you. If you're not good to people who are good to you, the divine won't bless you. A lot of energy, like if you're not listening to your partner, to your spouse, the divine won't listen to you. If you're not listening to the person who has your back, the divine won't listen to you. A lot of energy around talking to the masculine about the feminine. But also, if you're not good to your mama, if you're not good to the woman who raises you, who loves you, who takes care of you, okay, that energy. Right? And I feel like this is not for those of you with a really fucked up narcissistic as parent or mother specifically, but one who has come a long way to be fucking healing, doing the work. Whether this is you, Virgo, who is that parent, who is that mother, or this is someone else, okay? There's this energy of like, no, please honor thy mother, honor that thy mother who has come a long way, has been healing, has been on their journey, is not who they were, has apologized, not only with words, but with changed behavior, okay? Stop punishing them for the mistakes that they made when they were raising you. Like, allow them to be there for you now. And this is also someone is making their spouse or their partner pay for their mommy wounds, their mommy issues, the shit that they're still mad with their mom about. Meanwhile, their mom has made so many great strides to become a better person to them, not only for themselves, for herself, but to you as well, to the whole family, or is even fucking better to your children. Okay, for those of you who have children and still not being able to appreciate this person, but also there's this energy of like, be good to your wife, bro. God is not going to bless you if you're not good to your wife or good to your baby mama or whatever the fuck this is. Heavy on this coming through, okay? I also feel like there is something about someone not sure if the baby will live. If someone is fertile, someone's holding a lot of hope that they'll get a positive pregnancy test, okay? In vitro fertilization, IVF is real loud, hoping that the egg will take, this is a sperm cell. You don't stand your ground out here. That's an egg for me, okay? We're like, you know, this is energy of not wanting to admit that the man's sperm is not as strong. Okay, others wanting the feminine energy to lose hope or think that it's her, that her body is doing something wrong, when it's really him. He needs to strengthen his sperm. For some of you, okay, for others of you, again, this is energy of like, hoping that someone's intuition is wrong. Damn, yo, I went to the lady, and the lady said, like, it ain't looking good for me. The lady said, like, you know, she about to leave me, or I'm about to lose my job, or, you know, one of those things. And hoping that you can fight against something that someone very tapped in, very intuitive told you. I'd rather deny that that is true, you know, energy. And stand my ground, stand toes, you know, double down on my fucking belief. I'm more powerful. Someone wants to be in a power struggle with someone who is God's favorite. You bugging, okay? Or one of God's favorites, okay? That energy. My chair broken, so I'm going down real slow. But every time I get up, the seat pops back up. Let me see what's more on this. Right, but can't stop thinking about. But can't stop thinking about whatever was said to you, whatever warning was said to you, was given to you. Okay? A lot of energy of like trying to curse someone who is very blessed. Or you curse at someone. You say some really fucking harsh or mean words to someone. You wish bad on someone who is very blessed. And I feel like that person giving a warning. Okay? You know, about one karma. Insert Libra. Libra is real loud and real slick around here, Virgo. So I don't know what the fuck is going on with Libra, but there's something about like, you know, someone tells you that you're going to get your fucking karma. You're going to get what's for you. And tossing and turning, man. Having sleepless nights around this, or feeling really bad about the way that you hurt someone. Someone's like, you know, you're going to miss me in the future. You're going to wish you didn't do that in the future. You're going to regret that in the future. And in the moment, being a complete asshole. You know, in the moment, totally doubling down with the fucked up shit you say and do and with them, and the way that you dishonor this person's position. Heavy on this being divine feminine. I feel like someone's shitting on divine feminine. Okay, as my seat starts to go down now out of nowhere, all of a sudden, wanting to diminish or lower divine feminine status or position, man, only to be spooked the fuck out by what, you know, as soon as she leaves, as soon as she's removed, or the way that her energies, her spirit team starts fucking haunting them, and it's not something that she's doing. You know, the way that everything reminds you of her, or the way that the environment gets real fucking spooky when it doesn't have her covering over it. Okay? The way life feels really cold. You know, the way the environment, even for some of you, gets real hostile. I just feel like there's something, too, about, like, you know, someone feels like they have to secure themselves more, lock their doors more, double, triple check their locks more. You know what I'm saying? Get a security system. Look, they always feel like they're looking over their shoulder now when they out and about in public in a way that they never did before. They felt fucking invincible. Silly fucking rabbit. The way that you felt invincible was due to this person's prayers, covering over you, connection, and favor. Okay? God's favor. This person, whoever the fuck you dealing with, Virgo, this is God's favorite. Okay? But this is you that I'm talking about. Whenever this person leaves, God's favor goes with them. And heavy on this being Virgo feminine energy. And Virgo masculine got to chill because I feel like whoever the Virgo masculine is dealing with, she has God's favor. Okay? I don't know what the fuck this is about my Virgo feminines, especially with us coming over off of Mother's Day. Someone wanted to mistreat the Virgo mother as if the Virgo mother is not that girl. Okay? I don't know what this is, but the Virgo mother is that girl. The Virgo mother raises exceptional children. There's something about this. The work that the Virgo mother puts in, okay, or the result. You may not have fucking liked her methods, but do you see her children? Have you met her children? Do you know who her children end up to be when they grow up? I'm gonna move on. All right, like, don't play with the Virgo mother. Don't play with the Virgo mother. Like, you can really, like, kick rocks with your projections, whoever that's for. Like, someone thinks that their mother's not a good mother because they're estranged. They're estranged in some way. Meanwhile, you grew up to be a phenomenal fucking person. Meanwhile, you remember everything that was instilled in you, or you grew up to be a phenomenal person. Whether this is because you went and did every fucking thing opposite than what your Virgo mother did. And do with that what you will. Okay? They taught you how to pay attention to the important details. Right, even if it ain't fucking real. Even if it ain't fucking real, yo. There's something about you know how to look like absolute perfection when you walk into a room. You know how to make something look really fucking good, even if it ain't as good as right, your mother taught you that. The Virgo mother taught you that. Okay? Or knows how to show up. Knows how to dress something up. Knows how to take care of it. Knows how to pay attention to the details of something. I just keep hearing that. The details of something, right? But what do they say about the details? They say the devil is in the details. Capricorn energy. Real loud. So I just feel like there's something about the devil being in the details and the Virgo mom teaching you how to get in there, get it done, and not needing to fucking demonize the details before handling them and tending to them with fucking love. You know, showing you what an honor it is to be on point and tend to the fucking details. It's not the burden that you make it out to be, but a blessing. And takes your quality to the next level. Ooh. Well, I got a fucking headache because I feel like the lecture from a Virgo mother. You so tired of her fucking lectures. Meanwhile, on point. Okay? Like recognition and reward. Someone is trying to deny someone their what giving them their flowers. Again, this could be around Mother's Day. Stop playing. Someone's like, you weren't a good mother. Bitch, I'm still a good mother. But you're a big grown dusty ass in my house. Or you're fucking codependent. This energy. Someone's a full grown ass man disrespecting his mother. Meanwhile, he is needy and in her house, or always got his hand out. You know, or is way too big at his big ass age to not know how to do anything. Don't know how to wash his drawers, barely know how to wash his ass, can't fucking cook for real. Like, you big and loud and think you fucking grown and you can't even take care of yourself. So, humble yourself. Or watch how you talk to that woman of yours that you so fucking resentful about, or resentful of, because she resentful because she got to be your fucking mama. How about that? Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Libra. Let me have my fucking pen, because... Ooh. I'm really good at my job. If you want to send me a love donation, I truly appreciate it. May it be returned to you tenfold. Okay? My cash app is $ Big Body High Priestess. This is your sign to come book your personal reading. Let's do it. If you want to come get a mini read, a full moon mini read, $40 10-minute read, you can come to my DMs. Okay, send a screenshot of payment to my DMs. You can ask me 2 questions if you want, or I could just read you down. It's kind of what I do. Okay? I will also be coming back on later on live tonight. What the fuck? That's so weird. TikTok made me do a little fucking puzzle, or it was gonna cut me off. Okay, whatever. That was so weird. Okay, all types of shit keeps popping up on the screen. But I'll be going live again tonight after I charge my phones to do 10-minute reads. Okay? Definitely what you do. It's kind of just what I do. So, okay, either come get this read, come send me a love donation, because I'm on fire today. Anyway, let's keep going. I'm on fire every day. Who am I kidding? Who am I fooling? Ooh, Libra. I guess that's the season we in, right? Fuck that. I'm talking my shit. Throat chakra in reverse, material harvest in reverse, awareness, and heartache and loss. There's something about this, Libra, where people are trying to play you like you've fallen off, play you like you're not as good as you are. Like your shit still don't hit the same way. Some of you are about to get super... Right. There's something about this, Libra. Hold on, follow me. People talking shit as if your shit don't hit the same way, or as if you're old news, but you're still relevant without anything out. If you're an author, if you're a music artist, if you're a fucking actor, or... Right, my throat chakra is going crazy. Unblock your throat chakra for the fucking full moon in Scorpio. All right, talk your shit, because I just feel like people hating on you like you're irrelevant, but people are checking for you and you haven't put shit out in forever, or you haven't been single forever. You ain't been on the market forever and people are still checking on you. You ain't put out a new product or a new art piece, or, you know, you ain't been on the scene in a certain community in forever and you're still the fucking talk of the town. You are still living legend. Okay? You still got fucking, accolades, awards, shit that people can't top. You still on charts. There's something about this, yo. You ain't really been in an environment or on the scene, or you've been promoting shit that's been out forever for a really long time, and people were mad that it continues to keep paying you, continues to keep getting you booked. Crazy. Spirit is so loud right now. This is my Libra rising. I ain't been on the stage in five fucking years and just got booked to headline a show in July in Brooklyn. Okay? Shit like this. Some of you ain't put out an album in forever. You ain't put out a piece of work in forever. You know? But when people think of you, or people, you're still talked about in the rooms, or you're still very relevant, okay? Or people still love the work that you have put out is classic in some way. They can never fucking forget you. When they refer to you, they still refer to you as if you are active, top tier, in the game. Someone who is very much relevant. And I feel like it's people who have never accomplished what you accomplished trying to convince themselves that you're not relevant. Not only that, but it's people who have always seen themselves as your competition, or better yet, I should say, people who have always seen yourself, seen you as competition to them, seen you as who they have to beat to be the best, are still talking about you, or they're the only ones trying to convince themselves and convince others that you're not that great, or that you're not relevant, or that no one cares about you, while your net worth, your network, you know, is 10 times what they have, running laps around them. July 2, congrats. Yeah, the day after my birthday. Crazy. Thank you. Like, You know, people being like, "Oh, I'm better than Libra. Always been better than Libra." Meanwhile, you've been busting your ass for the last 5 years, you know, to get all of these accolades or, you know, be acknowledged for all of these things. Create a big ass resume for yourself, and Libra didn't have to do any of that. Libra's just been chilling or doing their own thing. Libra's been in a whole nother world, being successful in a whole nother area of fucking life. This is like coming in from music and fucking deciding that you love fashion, and so you've just been focused on fashion. What is Rihanna's Cardi is so fucking loud right now, but what is Rihanna's sign? I wonder if she has any Libra placements. It's making me laugh. Okay? You know, just been somewhere else in a whole nother environment, fucking killing it. And people being like, "Oh, you're not relevant, or this person isn't relevant." Meanwhile, they are so highly sought after. People are constantly trying to book them. People are constantly trying to, you know, inquire about them and their services. But ASAP is a Libra. She's the Pisces, but ASAP is a Libra. Thank you. Because I know I'm feeling this. And meanwhile, you already know. Energy. It don't matter whether she's a Libra or not. He's the Libra. Got it. Because I feel the energy. You know? Like, don't have to be active or present at all. And the less available you are, the more people are fucking gagging over you. The more that they want your energy, the more that they are checking for you, want you around. The less that you have to say. Meanwhile, there's something too about this material harvest out here in reverse. The money ain't never been slowed up, or money ain't never been nothing you have to worry about. I feel a very famous or very successful, this could be the breadwinner in the family, like very well known or very successful Libran woman getting to take a back seat. Okay, being the breadwinner in her family, being the one who brings in the most. Damn, that baby fell, busted her ass on that bike. All right, baby. That's right. You get up and dust that shit off. Okay? Not only that, you may have taken a public fall and got back up with so much pride and grace and strength. Hurting like hell. That knee hurt like hell riding up that damn hill. Okay? Peace. Welcome. There really is this energy, right? Of the Libra feminine being the breadwinner, being the one who takes care of the family, has the family on the back, makes the most money, has all the responsibilities, is the face, okay? Is the center of attention, is the face, getting to take a fucking back seat. Be about the family, take care of the kids, be a housewife, just create, just be free, just dance and play. You know, a lot of energy, you're just being beautiful and sexy and free to do what you want to do while being taken care of. Okay, or this is what's about to come in for you. Either some of your partners are about to start making more money than they've ever made so that you can chill out a bit. Okay? So that you can chill out a bit. Or you're about to manifest this in a partner. You're about to manifest passive income that allows you to relax and chill this way and just do what you want this way. Okay? But there's this energy of masculine energy finally getting to be in the center stage, you know? Lead the house, lead the family, make more money, provide the things that she's always had to provide, you know, take over the responsibility. He's paying the mortgage now, he's paying the rent now. She doesn't have to worry about those things or the due dates for certain bills. She can just be, you know. What's so interesting is that I feel this being with a masculine who was never comfortable not making enough money or more money, has always been motivated to do more, make more, so that he could take better care of the feminine, okay? He may have been down for a period of time and she was doing better than him, but he was never okay with that. There are some men who are absolutely okay with the fact that their woman does better than them, Okay, and then not okay with the fact that she can't fucking respect him the same way, you know, the way that he would like. Do with that what you will. But I feel like there was a certain level of love and respect that was been maintained in this connection, because he was never okay with not making as much as her, or making enough to take care of her, even if he didn't make as much as her. Because I love this energy too, of not necessarily needing to make as much as she do. I just need to make enough to be able to take care of her, to meet her needs, to take care of us, take care of the family. Okay, she can still make more than me, but as long as as long as I can make enough that her money could be her money and I could take care of us, we straight. There really is something about this energy out here. Someone has never had that before, or all they ever had was the man who had financial issues, or was really irresponsible, okay, or, you know, took her for granted, took her status, you know, the amount of money she made for granted, you know. A lot of energy of just marrying for love being something that really backfired on somebody. Nah, the real spiritual union is one, you know, honoring what she brings into his life that he cannot do for himself, and what he brings into her life that she cannot do for herself, or better yet, what she don't want to do for herself. There's a lot of energy of, I don't want to take care of myself the way that I've been taking care of myself. I am totally okay letting you be the one to do it. Do you want to do it? Do you have the capacity to do it? And he's like, I sure do. I love this. And for some of you, man, the shit that you've been through, or what you had to sacrifice, had to walk away from true fucking love, or someone you love more than ever in your life, to get someone who will take care of you, or who will be stable and secure for you in some way, safe and love. Someone you could be safe in love with, not just madly crazy fucking in love with and lose your shit. I love this energy. It feels safe, solid, secure. Wow. As I move into Scorpio and shit gets fucking messy. As soon as I set in my mind, I'm switching to Scorpio. Listen, an explosive new beginning. Your energy really explosive. This is your full moon. Okay? A lot of energy of like, there's a mental conflict, but you can't allow yourself to think about it too much. You gotta, you know, mental conflict in reverse with victory and success and crown chakra. Like, I know that I have a major issue I gotta tend to, period. With fulfillment of wishes out here in reverse. I got a major issue that I gotta tend to. I know that I'm not getting the desired results that I want. You know, I know that I'm not happy with the outcome, but I gotta get to work. A lot of energy of like, I don't even have time to mourn this, be upset about this, argue about this, complain about this. I gotta get shit done. Okay? Okay? A lot of energy, Scorpio, of you can't spend too long thinking about someone's problems. I feel like you're going through some sort of separation or breakup with somebody, man, and you know, it's either you or them. You can't spend too much time listening or thinking about what their problems are, you know, what they struggle with. After breaking up with you, or after losing out with you or on you, or this is done with you, like you want to call them and talk to them about all the things that you're struggling with now y'all not together. That is not their problem. Okay? Or that is not your problem. Hi sis, how are you? Okay? There really is something about being delusional about how one party was totally unreceptive to the love that they were getting in the connection. They would totally wait to the last second to do anything. You know, just like the clock's, you know, running down. The time is running down on the clock. You know, do something now. You know, take your shot. Shit or get off the pot. You know, this energy of I need you to do something now. And refusing, this energy of refusing to make a move until it's no longer an option, or until you lose out on a connection that was really fucking important because of your own stubbornness. Being very much tapped in and connected with somebody, man, and when they challenge you, someone proving to be a huge mirror, someone proving to apply fucking pressure is not going to stop applying pressure, okay? And I feel like doing everything that you can to escape and hide behind you know, needing rest and to rejuvenate. Rest and rejuvenation is out here with deception and envy. Feeling the feels and the ego death really Scorpioing today. Okay, this energy of I just need to rest, I need to retreat, a lot of vacation time. This is so giving escapism, a lot of Piscean energy coming through, needing a reason to escape and deceiving oneself. This deception in every card is definitely Seven of Swords energy for me, and Seven of Swords in reverse for me will always be self-deception. Okay, so a lot of self-deception in regards to like, for some of you, being with your family, being a place for you to rest. Okay, some of you ran home to the family, so there's someone that you rely on. Meanwhile, like, you demonize them or they demonize you, or y'all don't get along. You know, you don't feel the greatest about them and you don't feel safe with them at home. There's something too about where you deceived yourself about being a safe place for someone to always come back to, come home to. You know, you knew this. Either you're the parent or you're dealing with the parents. There's something about this, knowing that it was a lie. Okay, it's a little bit confusing for me, but knowing that it's a lie to be able to come back home to a safe environment. Someone knew they couldn't trust you and come back home to you, rely on you, or you knew you couldn't come back home to someone and rely on them. You know, you couldn't come back home to your family's house and rely on them. But some of you, this is someone trying to lie to you to get you to sign into some sort of contractual agreement with them. Okay? Only thing that you didn't get to do was lock them into an actual contract or agreement or on paper. It's something about this. Like, someone feels very tricked into getting into a contract only to be abandoned. This could be like signing a fucking lease only to be abandoned, but they didn't hold up their end of the deal, of the bargain. I didn't sign onto this lease, or I didn't sign this contract for you to fucking break out, you know, or for you to not hold up your end of the deal. And even if I can't prove it, you're breaking the contract. So fuck it. We'll break the contract. I'll walk out. This is very much giving soul contract. It feels like there was a lot of there was a lot of invisible labor in one connection that you were not showing up to, or the other party was not showing up to. One party was not showing up to it. Okay? And for some of you, Scorpio, it's you, and for others, it's the other side. It really depends on who is more spiritually evolved, if I'm going to be honest with you. Who's more spiritually tapped in, who's really taking their spiritual journey seriously. But there is something really bothering me about the way that you've been operating. And so I'm going to leave you on this note, Scorpio. Okay? There's something about the way that you've been operating really bothering me. I've been very much in, I gotta get it. Super hustle, super work, super grind mode. I'm working, hush! Super grind mode, in some way. Okay? Like, get out of survival mode. Like, I feel like someone doing like little bullshit jobs and burning themselves out. Meanwhile, man, this is not me. No shade, no judgment, whatever you have to do to get money. But it's like you already know a better way to get money. You're reverting back to something that you used to do, or you feel is easier, but you're working, you know, twice as hard, or you're hustling fucking backwards. Your body can't take it the same way. Like, it's pennies in comparison to what you could be doing. Someone has a real goal. Someone has a real dream. Someone has a real purpose. You've never fully fucking believed in it, never taken it seriously. You know? You can have all the ideas that you want and all the skill that you want and buy all the tools that you want, because heavy on the buying a bunch of tools, a bunch of fucking products, especially for someone that wants to sell something, sell things, okay, sell some sort of product or services, okay? Heavy on the very much investing in your spiritual tools and all these cutesy little things, herbs and bottles and whatever the fuck, just for you not to follow up with. And that's the truth. Not only that, but you don't even consistently do that shit for yourself. Not only that, but you don't even be talking to people, about what you have to offer or about what you do enough. And I feel like the divine is putting a shit ton of people in your life at this time. You're meeting mad new people. This could be with the new job that you have. The way that spirit is talking to me for you right now is crazy. Okay? There's something about you just meeting mad new people. This could be with the work that you're doing. Mad new people who have, a bunch of new stories or potential friends or You know, potential clients, people that you're supposed to totally keep in contact with. Some of you had a whole dream for a business that you're like, I'm too old to do, or that's gonna be too much work for me, you know. I gotta do all of that by myself. I don't want to do that. Why are you worried about that? Who said that you would have to do it all by yourself? Why would you go into business or have an idea or want to start it with the idea that it wouldn't grow, wouldn't expand, you wouldn't have help, you know? Thinking that it would be harder for you. There's something about this, man. I'll just stick to working for somebody, because if I gotta go into business for myself, it's gonna be so much work. It's so much harder for me. Or how am I supposed to do it all by myself? No one said you had to. Trust the divine. Stop trying to figure it all out and take your first step. Okay? I don't know what this is, man, but you had a dream. You had a purpose. You had a business. Something that you really wanted to bring to life. And whatever you're doing professionally is not in alignment. Okay? Your bills could be fucking piling up on you at this time. A lot of energy of there's some karma that you have created for yourself around abandoning someone because it wasn't in alignment with you, or you didn't do it the right way. However you did this shit, okay, however you walked away from something, or when you and someone were under the same roof, or you were under the same roof. It's funny how I said roof. I don't know why the book of Ruth could be relevant to someone. Do with that what you will. Anyway, but you were under the same roof, letting them really take on the brunt of the responsibility, or you left a lot of weight on their shoulders, or, you know, you left someone to drown alone. This energy, this is really coming through. Like you did not take them into consideration, or the weight that they would have to endure. Okay? And while they suffered a bit, or they struggled a bit, or they will be, they end up figuring it out or getting it together, right? And the karma that you end up getting for it is really being overwhelmed financially. Some of you, man, your fucking money management, smacking y'all both on fucking TikTok and IG, because it really is giving money management is shit. Okay, and needing to be careful, because someone is responsible for all of something, every penny of something. They have to pay a bill by themselves now, and what little bit they had saved is now fucking gone, and now you back from like down to zero. Something about this, like someone has to come up with the entirety of a whole bill. At one point in time, you had half of it, and your own vices, your own inability to say no, your poor money management, like really has had you spend it all, and now you gotta like get it all from some of you. This is karma. This is karma for how you like let someone struggle on their own, or how you relied on somebody, or how you did not fucking appreciate having that support when you had it. And the divine is like, yo, feel that. You go ahead and feel that, because that's what they were feeling. Or you go ahead and feel that because you didn't appreciate that when you had help. Oof. I'm going to move on. I said what I said. Throat chakra real loud. I said what I said. Sacral chakra. Go ahead and feel that. You know? And let it be the lesson learned, man. But also to do right by yourself and by others. Feel like you jumped into something really prematurely and made a commitment or a promise that you were not ready to make really prematurely. Don't do that no more. People get hurt like that. And someone really did, and you didn't take that into consideration. And I feel like you feeling that shit on the back end. Accelerated motion out here in reverse. And spirit being like, slow down. Okay, because you can't hustle and bustle your way out of this one. You're going to have to feel and heal and do your work, you know. Work with your elements. Take your spiritual bath. Have you on the deep clean your fucking space this full moon. Some of you want to distract with work, and that shit is not going to work. Okay? Alright, let's move on. Scorpio. Sagittarius. Mr. already tells me that I get up in Sag's energy, and Sag is dealing with Scorpio, or Sag has Scorpio in their chart. Okay? Scorpios making themselves known, relevant somehow in Sag's energy. a lot of earth magic. It's crazy, Sag. I feel like someone who's not talking to you has been dreaming about you, has had a dream about you. I feel like this is a download from my Sag masculines. Sag masculine has felt weak, sick in some way. Has been down, has felt weak, has felt sick. Someone has totally not been feeling you. You haven't been on good terms with them at all. And they're aware that you haven't been doing so well. And I feel like if someone has been sending out certain prayers for you to do well or for you to heal, okay, whether you know this or not, and this again could be them spying on you or indirectly like being made, privy to information about you and your life, even though y'all are not on the same, on the same page, like really praying that you fucking get it together, or even if this is for their own personal benefit, really praying that you get it together so that, it benefits them in some way. This has been a major one. And I feel like, dreaming about you. There's something about dreaming about your health, dreaming about your health condition. Okay, someone has been dreaming and in their dreams seeing you a lot healthier and stronger than you actually are. Seeing you, what is this? Okay, you've been showing up in someone's dreams. This feels like in real life, every time someone sees you, you don't look so well. You don't look so strong. You don't look so healthy. Okay, this could just be illusion. This could be the way that you've been made to look to them. But when they are dreaming, when they see you in the astral realm, or when they see you in another fucking dimension, you are so much healthier, so much stronger. You are on mission. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. You're in alignment. There's something about this that gives them so much more hope or reassurance in regards to you, which could be really hard, because if you feel like you're struggling in some way, or you're sick, or you don't feel the best, and people aren't necessarily reaching out to help you or to check on you, okay, don't be so quick to assume it's because they don't give a shit. Okay, because for some of you, the divine is speaking to people to tell them, you all right. You gonna be okay. You don't worry about Sag. Sag is gonna be all right. Sag is getting better. Sag is getting stronger. Okay? Solitude out here. Like it being important for you to be on your own. It also being highlighted to you for a lot of you where someone feels very alone. Where they're tired of feeling alone, even though they have you in their life. Someone is fertile at this time and has no desire to have a new baby. It is super important for you to be mindful of this, to tend to whatever creative or spiritual baby it is that you have. This is also giving me, I'm so much plant magic with you. Okay, solitude out here with patience and prosperity begins. So I really feel like you're working with your seeds at this time. Some of you may go out and buy a lot of seeds. You may be gifted seeds. You may be mixing strains for some of you. Do with that what you will. There really is something about seed care, okay, or how long you have had certain seeds, or even putting them in water, bringing them back to life to germinate them in some way. Again, the mixing of strains. This could be, weed for certain people, but, as I'm looking at a peach tree, you know what I'm saying? There's something about this where fruit trees are definitely relevant. Fruits and vegetables and flowers, but of all people, I really feel you like with your hands in the soil for this full moon. I don't feel this for everybody else. Everybody else, that I do feel working with some sort of element for this full moon is very much giving you the fire or water or both. Even a lot of air energy with all the throat chakra and the tough conversations that were coming up. You are the first one, Sag, that has your hands and your feet in the soil. And I love that for you. That's exactly where you need to be. I also really feel like there's something about you doing a lot of journaling and releasing it outside, either doing the journaling outside or releasing what is said to you. Someone may say a whole lot to you and you have to hold it and you go release it to the earth. You know, this is like when someone who you have hurt lets you have it and tells you the way that you have hurt them, and you are certain that you have done this. It's not lost on you that you've hurt them this way, you know, and wanting to be a safe space or not wanting to make the same mistake. I feel a lot of energy of you wanting to seem still or like you can take it, like you can handle it. You know, when someone tells you how they feel, they unleash on you. Or this is someone with you. I also feel like this is energy of you like totally denying any heartache and loss that you have felt. This could be specifically in regards to Mother's Day as well. There's a lot of heartache and loss around being disconnected from your children's mothers or your own mothers, or feeling disconnected from motherhood, or feeling disconnected from the womb. Somebody may start to go through menopause. Okay, the change of life. Someone's body is changing. Again, a lot of energy around being fertile as hell, right? And so needing something to love or to nurture. Someone's about to be an empty nester for some of you. I also feel like, Sag, there is something about children being hovering, you know, or being way too needy, overstimulated mother, overstimulated father, needing to set boundaries, you know, needing to be able to still put their marriage first or put themselves and their own well-being first. A lot of married single mother energy coming through, you know, someone potentially having a partner but feeling very alone. Solitude is back. Feeling very alone, very unsupported. Okay. Right, passion ignited with harmony. So I just feel like you're about to make a love child with someone, but this feels spiritual and energetic. Happy belated Mother's Day. Hope you had a great day yesterday. I spent it with my children. Sent you a pic. I love that for you. Full moon and Scorpio shit. Happy Mother's Day, my love. Okay? For like a burst of passion or excitement or energy, new life in some way. You got to find something to fall in love with. You got to find something to fall in love with, because I also feel like you're smothering somebody because you're so bored and you don't know what to do. I feel like a really beautiful connection is because you're so bored and you don't know what to do. I'm really good at my job. Discontent and boredom. Okay? Someone's like, yo, get off of me, Sag. Get away from me, Sag. Leave me alone. Your energy is bothering me. Your presence is bothering me. Find somewhere to put your energy. Find something to do, because you're so needy. You're so on top of me. And what's so funny is that this is totally unacceptable for you. You hate people like this. You love your freedom. You love to be able to detach and do your own thing. You hate people being on top of you, and your energy has very much been like this with someone who's emotionally unavailable. The more emotionally unavailable they are, the more clingy you become. You know, if only people fucking knew this. If only people fucking knew this about you, you know, they wouldn't always be talking about the way that you want to escape or the way that you hate to fucking commit, because it's really not true. You just only want to commit to the you only just want to commit to the people who don't seem to want to commit to you, or don't seem to have the Okay, I was reading something. I love this for you. Come see me. Yes, come update me, babe. Let's move on. Capricorn. I don't know what I was saying or how I was finishing my sentence for Sag, but very much getting a taste of your own medicine, or realizing you're only into people who don't really want you, or after you've exhausted them, or they're overstimulated with you, and that shit is not healthy. Go find something to do. Happy to be here. Love y'all. Love you too, love. All right, Cap. Love begins out here in reverse. Discontent and boredom, fertility in reverse, and trapped in fear. Someone totally wants out of a marriage. Someone totally wants out of a marriage. Someone totally wants out of a connection with someone, but they are so fearful of being on their own. There's no real love in a certain connection. Okay, we are bored here with each other. That energy. Okay, a lot of energy of like, we're bored with one another. We don't get along so well. Virgo was really loud. Capricorn, you popped up and Virgo's reading, and then I'm hearing Virgo right now. So Virgo could feel like they're bored with you. Like they don't got much to say to you. I'm going to be honest with you, Capricorn. I feel this energy of someone who loves you dearly, sparing you. Sparing you a conversation that they know that you cannot handle. Okay, sparing you a reason for something, an explanation that they know that you cannot handle. I feel like someone has completely ignored you, chose not to respond to you. You being very triggered by their lack of response, doubling down on wanting or needing a response for them, only, to have to find out the hard way. You didn't want that response at all, or you didn't want to know it all. Okay? Or that you weren't able to hear them. Like, people can only hear you from where you're at, from where they're at. So there's something about whatever you said or asked of somebody, they knew that they could not call you out, or they could not make you aware of how offensive what you were saying or what you were asking was, without you being defensive, okay? They couldn't make you aware of how offensive you were being without you becoming defensive. And loving you enough to say nothing, to say less, and to look like the bad guy, look like the person who doesn't care, look like the person who just ignores you, which feels like crap. But they were willing to let you write them off as someone who didn't care about them too much, or someone who wasn't, or they were willing to let you write them off as someone who, like, didn't think it was a priority to get back to you in some way. Faces by Tay, thank you for the love donation, baby. I truly appreciate it. When that wasn't the case, that wasn't true at all, Love begins in reverse with discontent and boredom, and fertility in reverse with trapped in fear. I feel like making really big decisions out of fear for your family, for your loved ones, and wanting people to make decisions from the same place of fear for you, and them refusing to. Okay? Thank you, Emily. Thank you for the love donation, babe. Truly appreciate it. Them refusing to. I don't make those same decisions. Asking someone to do something that is that is outside of their means, or really hard for them, or doesn't take them into consideration in some way, because you're fearful, because you're fearful, because you're afraid, because you don't know what to do. Meanwhile, I feel a huge disconnect because of not knowing what someone has going on in their life, or how they're struggling, Capricorn. Someone being like, the audacity of you to reach out to me and ask me of X, Y, Z, and you don't even know what's going on with me, or where I'm struggling, or there's no one that I could ask for help. Coming to someone very much rooted in fear and lack, trying to scare them into helping you, a lot of fear mongering, about what will happen to you, or what will happen to your family if they don't help you, if they're not of service to you. And it really leaves a bad taste in someone's mouth, or they leave you hanging, they leave you, with that help, or this is you, someone calls you this way. And I just feel this energy of like, no, you don't understand the nerve, the audacity to reach out to somebody to ask them for help when you never check on them, or to put this amount of pressure on them when you never support them for real. Or there's something about crossing a boundary into a world that you know nothing about, or you're not a part of, and asking for support from that world, or asking for support from that group of people. Okay, it really offends someone, but it offends someone who loves you and chooses not to even respond or acknowledge you. Someone chooses to nothing you. Someone chooses to say nothing to you. Okay, and you telling yourself they don't care about me because they don't say nothing. Meanwhile, the way the divine wants to have them, like, give it to you. The way you would feel horrible if they said what they really needed to say. Meanwhile, I feel like they would say it with so much love because they love you. It is, you cannot handle what this person wants to say to you. You can't handle their truth. You can't let them speak. You are fearful of what it means when they speak their truth. Fearful of hearing the word no. Someone does not know how to be told no, but fearing that being told no means that, you know, the connection is over, the relationship is over, the friendship is over. So crazy. The sacrifice that you want someone to make for you. You know? That I feel like they could never and would never. The conflict and defeat, because you feel like life is kicking your ass. You want someone to make a major sacrifice for you. Meanwhile, someone's getting their ass kicked, ass handed to them, and being blessed more than ever all at the same time. Someone's getting a crash course in really intense, really intense life lessons while you reaching out to them from a place of fear, asking them to help you, man. And not checking on them. That shit backfires on you and you really lose access to a real one. They're very careful with how they want to proceed. And for a lot of you, they show you in real time no response is a response. Hi, baby. How are you, my love? And it's so sad, right? Throat chakra, because this is somebody who talks so openly and so free to you. Someone is so taken back or so offended by what you say that you don't hear from them no more. And you think about that for a very long time to come. You know, that's me sugarcoating it. Throat chakra. A lot of longing to hear this person for a really long time. As I get up into Aquarius, that throat chakra and that balance in partnerships and alliances is out here with solitude. More blue, her blue dress, patience, more blue. Okay, let's talk about it. There is this energy out here, throat chakra, where I feel like a lot of communication is coming in Aquarius for this full moon in Scorpio, kind of out of nowhere. I was just in Capricorn energy and then boom, like that, I was in Aquarius energy. Wonderful full moon blessings. Everything is crumbling for me. Oh, it's crumbling for the good. Absolutely. Hi, Nicholas. How are you? Okay, a lot of energy of like, you know, being bombarded out of nowhere, not, you know, needing to put on your safety belt, not being prepared for the wild ride that you end up going on emotionally, energetically with someone. This full moon, when they start communicating with you, telling you how they feel. Libra energy could be relevant, Aquarius. You could be dealing with the Libra or have Libra in your chart, but heavy on the dealing with the Libra. Or this could be a conversation that comes up in regards to certain relationships in your life, potentially a close one, partnerships and alliances, right? Someone that you have to work very closely with. And I feel like not being prepared for how they feel, for their emotions, for how alone they feel within the connection. Okay, or how emotional feeling alone makes them. A lot of energy of having to be really patient with somebody who is it has been a while. Being very patient with somebody who it low-key feels neurotic or all over the place, or having a panic attack, feels a bit manic. Okay, the way that the sun is bothering my eyes out of nowhere, feels super bright. You know, I just feel like someone's light is really bright, or what they're shining light on hurts. It hurts to receive. It hurts to look at. Hurts to hear. I feel like really having to adjust your vision to be able to receive them. You know, there is this lack of subtlety, or this lack of gentleness, where someone's like, no, I need you to get what I'm saying and get it now. Someone wants to be taken care of now. Someone doesn't want the illusion of stability, doesn't want a false sense of stability, but wants true stability and security within a connection with you, Aquarius. Wants to know that y'all are equally yoked, that you know what to do. Someone is ready to really, I ain't gonna hold you, ready to really fuck you up with the way that you You know, you come with the weaponized incompetence, and this is whether you're a woman or a man. A lot of energy of like, I didn't know what to do, or I'm so needy, or I need so much help, or I'm, you know, show me, help me. What do? I don't know what to do. Yo, someone's really ready to come for your fucking jugular behind that shit. You have no idea how much I got going on, and I'm tired of you with this bullshit. I don't know what to do, Aquarius. I don't know what to do. You the I know house. You fucking know. Why don't you tap into your inner knowing? Oof, like that. Someone coming at you like that. Well, why don't you fucking figure it out? You know, why don't you call on someone else? Someone feels like you take advantage. This is how I feel towards an Aquarius right now. Someone feels like you take advantage of their kindness. You know, this is other thing too of why would you call me and say that to me? Why would you say that to me? Why would you reach out to me? Why are you telling me that right now? Why are you making that my fucking problem? Okay? Don't you know what today is? Or don't you know what this weekend is? This could be with Mother Day weekend. Or don't you know how important this is to me? Don't you know I got enough on my fucking plate? Why would you ever say that to me? Or why would you make that my problem? Why would you make that my issue? Why would you say that knowing that it would hurt me, or that that's something that I would take sensitively? Why the fuck wouldn't you think about whether or not that would affect me? Because the kind of person that I am, not only would I know that that's affecting you, I wouldn't say that to you because it would hurt you, but I literally would run through whole fucking scenarios in my mind about how this conversation would play out before actually doing it. You know, there's something about this. And if I take this much attention or pay this much attention to the relationship, then so should you. Okay? I would never do that to you. I would never say that to you. I feel like someone has been so fucking generous with you, Aquarius, and every time they go to ask you for some help, you got a little snarky comment to make, some smart ass shit to say, something that makes them feel bad or makes them feel like they can't rely on you, and they legit be wanting to punch you in your fucking face. Okay? A lot of energy of like, yo, you be making me shit I don't want to feel. You make me feel shit I don't want to fucking feel. And I be wanting to play, like karate chop you in your fucking throat, Aquarius. Like that. Like, no lie. Like, stop playing with me. Like, you know, this energy of like, you know, realizing like, damn, I'm not as good to people as I like to pretend that I am, while also pretending that someone isn't good to me, or that I'm some sort of like victim when I'm not. Aquarius with the Libra. He's like, can you please act like you understand me? Can you please, recognition and reward. Can you please act like you understand me? Can you please act like you see me? You know, someone really wants to be recognized for the position that they play in your life. Laugh out loud. I've recently blocked an Aquarius rising. I'm ready to cut the cord. I'm a Libra rising. So am I. So am I. A Libra rising. I feel this energy. And it's like, oof, we can't be friends, yo. We can't be cool. Rejoice and celebration out here in reverse. You know, your energy very much being on someone looking at you, Aquarius, and being like, I'll never forget who gave me a hard time while I was already having a hard time. Like what? You know? Not only that, but I feel like someone has overcome some shit and really learned to face their fears, face certain challenges by the way that you tried to manipulate them or use that to your advantage. So you knew that someone was afraid of something. Someone could have made you promise that you wouldn't put them through the same thing that they've already been through, that you wouldn't do the same thing to them, you know? Someone made you promise that you would treat them better this time. You wouldn't do the same thing to them that you have done before time and time again, especially with the stakes being fucking higher than ever. You fucking promised and you broke your promise. Okay? You fucking broke your promise. So broke your promise to trick someone to get them where you wanted them because of the way that it benefited you. You wanted an outcome. You wanted something. You couldn't have it without them. You had to have them be on board. And so you lied and made a certain promise, an agreement. You know, you went into a commitment with them. This could be like signing a lease, or, you know, making some sort of a proposal. Okay? There's something about this shit, like, you know, and whether or not it was like legal or, you know, binded by contract, it was still binded. It was still, y'all was still bound to one another. You were still committed, already locked in, or you made a fucking promise. You know, you have it, your word and your fucking balls, Aquarius. What the fuck? You know, this kind of energy. But this is how you're feeling about someone else. But how you show up to the world be reflected back to you by the universe. And so if you feel like people are breaking their fucking promises to you at this time, or, you know, you need to look a little closer at how you're breaking your promises to others, man. But I feel like you're breaking your promise to someone who doesn't deserve it or didn't deserve it. Just period. Someone who's always there for you, has your back, or always keeps their word to the best of their fucking abilities. You know? And I feel like promising someone that they could rely on you, that they wouldn't be alone, that you wouldn't make them feel that. They had a lot of fear around going into something with you. To feel, because they didn't want to feel alone, like they have, or disappointed or let down by you, like they have plenty of times before, and you fucking lied and you fucking let them down and you disappointed them again. Okay, now this is how they feel, just period. Okay, and so a lot of sitting with this and the kind of person that you are and the kind of person that you want to be. A lot of temper tantrums when people do the same things to you that you do to them. As if what goes around can't fucking come around. Okay? Being really dishonest with people, or being really needy of people and not allowing people to be needy with you. You know? Needing a safety net. Needing reassurance that you don't give others. Backfiring. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. That was a read. Aquarius. And heavy on the reconciliation out here in reverse. Rejoice and celebration out here in reverse. Every fucking family get together, or every period of celebration, something that you genuinely supposed to be appreciating at this time, getting fucking ruined. Real loud ass, narc ass energy. You know? And so someone being like, I'm gonna stop celebrating with you, or you need to stop celebrating with people who try to rob you of your fucking joy. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. I love you. If you want to send me a love donation, I appreciate it. That shit took a lot of energy out of me. Anyway, last but certainly not least, Pisces. Okay? Last but certainly not least, Pisces. I really didn't have much engagement over here on TikTok, but I'm going to stay consistent. Hey, I'm recording. Hush! I'm almost done. Give me 5 minutes. Man, got really, really, really loud. That recognition and reward popped out again. Truth with the devil card out here in reverse, and harmony. Listen. There really is something about, you know, people loving you enough, or someone loving you enough to be honest with you. While everybody else seems to lie to you or whatever, you know, or a lot of yes man, yes woman energy. Someone is really honest with you. You know, a lot of people in your life like appease you, or they just do what you want them to do, or they bend to you in some way. They say yes, or they go out of their way to fucking accommodate you, you know, or they don't, you know, they'll have certain thoughts about you, about what you're doing, and they don't say anything to you. And then there's somebody in your life in particular who tells you exactly how it is. They're honest with you. You know, they love on you. I'm working and I need 5 minutes. Get away from my door. Okay, they're really honest with you in a way that you need to appreciate, you know, or you can appreciate. And I feel like you've learned to come to appreciate it, because you weren't always this way, or you weren't always able to receive, or literally, it's because it's this person, you know, other people that you fuck with, who you know vibrate a lot lower, or you know are really judgy, or you know are coming from a place of, you know, wanting to kick you while you down or look down on you. They could be telling you the same fucking thing for your well-being, and you would not receive them. You wouldn't care. But now you're getting a certain message from somebody that you know you trust, you know genuinely loves you. So you got to pay attention to it, because it was the truth all along. I feel like there are certain demons of yours, certain addictions of yours, certain, you know, toxic habits, bad habits, codependent behaviors of yours, that you don't want no one talking about, that you haven't wanted to acknowledge. And I feel like certain people keep trying to bring to your attention, and you have not wanted to hear them. But it hits different when someone in particular continues to see these things or say these things to you, you know? I also really feel like there's this energy of tell your truth, but telling your truth doesn't have to demonize somebody. Now, you know, there's layers and levels to this, because we ain't letting nobody fucking abuse us, but at the same time needing to learn that with certain connections, we have to learn how to work together work together against the problem. Okay, so there's something about you and someone going back and forth, or you attacking someone, y'all attacking each other and not honoring that there is a problem that the two of you need to attack together. Okay? And it's so frustrating because, you know, demonizing someone when they try to make you aware of your own fucking shadow self, when they try to make you aware of your own bad behavior. But then there's somebody who can be brutally fucking honest with you, and you will just take it. You will just receive it. You'll just let them, because you know where they're coming from. And, you know, I just feel like certain shit going on in your life longer than it has to be, or you do this because you do not want this person to know the truth about who you are. You don't want them to see your dark side. There's someone that you love very much, man, that as soon as they start to give you some of the feedback that other people who really, really, really know you, your ins and your outs, your ugly parts too, when they start to give you similar feedback, you know, you kind of get frazzled a bit. You know, when you realize that you're not hiding from them good enough, but the truth of the matter is the divine won't let you hide from this person at all. Okay? And the truth is that it's really convenient, or it's really easy for you to blame someone else as if they're the problem, you know, or everything that they're doing to you, or you have no fault in it, and it's just not true. There really is this energy of like having very little control over your own reactions, you know, your own fucking demons. A lot of self-control. For some of you, these are your sexual demons. For some of you, this is like drinking, smoking, okay? And it's crazy because your discipline being insane with certain things, the way you can cut certain things off, cut certain people off. When you are done doing something, you're just done doing it, okay? But at the same time, it's like substituting one addiction for another, okay? Like being very powerful in the way that you can fucking cold turkey cut some shit off that isn't in alignment with you anymore, but at the same time pick up a whole nother habit, or go back to a whole nother bad habit, okay? Not wanting to acknowledge the way your own addictions or self-sabotaging behaviors, man, like, they're getting in the way. They're making you sick. They're corrupting certain relationships. I feel like the relationships that are closest to you and in closest proximity to you are really unhealthy. I feel like you've been sabotaging healthy connections that are at a distance because of showing up to them from a really low vibration. Okay? A lot of pretending that your vibration is a lot higher than it actually is. Pretending that you're, you know, open and receptive to a divine blessing that is coming into your life, or divine advice coming into your life, you know. I feel like the divine giving you somebody that's supposed to be safe with you, you know. One of the divine's angels needing to be safe with you and wasn't safe with you, isn't safe with you. Right, relationships and partnerships and alliances, okay? Literally needed to be a trusty friend or a trusty alliance, you know, someone that someone can come to. For some of you, this is for a very small percentage of you, this is a child of yours, your young teenager, okay? Someone has a teenager that they are estranged from, is not putting any effort into repairing the relationship with their teenager. Like, very much convincing themselves, lying to themselves, trying to convince themselves that that's okay, or that that's normal. That's just normal teenage shit. You know, that's how all teenage girls are. That's how all teenage boys are. No, that's not the truth. That's how they are with you. You thinking that you've made more progress than you actually have. Again, the divine saying real loud, you know, you won't be blessed, okay? Literally, you won't be blessed. If you don't bless them, you won't be blessed. If you don't show up for them, I'm not showing up for you, okay? And a lot of this energy of like, you know, a masculine, like, why really believing this, and divine going, why would I bless you when I've sent you this blessing that you shitted on? When I sent you this blessing, you didn't take seriously. Someone is really fucking reckless with their body, really reckless with how they take care of themselves. Really needing a cleanse, needing a detox. You need to be mindful of who they lay down with, sleep with. Okay, who you lay down with, who you sleep with really does say a lot about how you feel about yourself. Okay, there being a lot of self-hate attached to whoever it is that you're laying down with at this time. Please be mindful of this. Okay, someone, you know, a lot of them, don't shoot the fucking messenger. Don't get fucking offended. You know, I don't see how that's gonna benefit you. But there's this energy, man, of self-sabotage, man, and self-hate with who you're laying down with, who you hanging out with. Some of you are full-on befriending the enemy. The enemy. Nah, that's my peoples. Nah, they love me. Lily heard still nigga. Okay? Still nigga. So it's whoever you think that you fit in with, who think you fit in with, or whoever you think that you're one of, okay? You fit in with them, you one of them. No, you still stick out like a sore thumb. You're still an outsider no matter what. You're still the first suspect no matter what. Meanwhile, why are you there? This brings me all the way back to where I started with Aries reading. If you've been here with me since Aries, because it's really giving. This is why all of my readings, one, always go into the other. And it's all one big ass message, all one big ass reading. Because it's really giving, you know, it's time. Why are you still there? It's time to leave that environment. It's time to go into a new environment where people may not necessarily come from where you come from or been raised the way that you were raised, but share the same fucking core beliefs, values that you do. You know, they're genuinely people who just want to be themselves and let the mask down and just be good people. Those are your people. Those are the people that you need to be around. Those that you have more in common with than you think. Because they're themselves. I also just really feel like take better care of your body, Pisces. Some of you are doing some really wild shit to your body. Whether this is you are sleeping with people you should not be sleeping with. Okay, sleeping with people from a different background that you shouldn't be sleeping with, people that you shouldn't be mixing with, or people, listen, this is not me judging. Y'all do what y'all want with y'all lives. I'm just passing a message on. Or people that you, again, shouldn't be mixing with, or people that you'll never be accepted by, or people who are literally have certain fucking attachments, spiritual attachments to them. STDs are fucking real. Not just sexually transmitted diseases, but spiritually transmitted diseases as well. Okay? Do with that what you will. Some of you are drinking and drugging and fucking on people you have no business fucking on. Or you hanging out with people who have all of these attachments that are attaching to you. Okay? So I said all of that to say, watch what you're passing through your body. Okay? Watch what's coming out of you after a night or a weekend of hanging around certain people. Watch what's coming out of your body. The colors of things, the way that they smell, okay? Watch what you're passing through your body, whether this is taking a shit or on your time of your month, that time of month. No lie, there is something about this energy where you're absorbing way more than you're supposed to, and you're passing things. Your body's trying to purge and pass and protect yourself from things that you're putting yourself in harm's way because of who you've been dealing with. So protect, cleanse. Stop fucking drinking for those who are drinking, but also there's something about, like, you know, you're putting shit in your body you're not supposed to, like experimental medication. Okay, someone's just taking some sort of fucking medication they should not be taking because they want a desired result. Find a natural way for you to do it. Okay, or there isn't a lot of There isn't a lot of, what's the word? Feedback about this. There aren't a lot of results or studies about this, and yet you're doing it anyway because you heard that it would work, or because you're really desperate for a certain result. Or be careful, okay? Or it's really trendy. I'm gonna go do this because it's really trendy and everyone is doing it. Be careful. You may have some aesthetic, you may have some good aesthetic results, or it may work on the surface, but the way that it's fucking your shit up on the inside, when all you had to do was revert back to natural remedies, grandma's natural fucking remedies to begin with. Some of you would come from the islands. Some of you in your roots, there are some deep, powerful tinctures, potions, okay, remedies, rituals in your fucking roots that you don't refer to. Pisces, you go everywhere else. Okay? And for some of you, you grew up on that shit and somehow your elders have forgotten, or they stopped practicing. They've gotten so far removed from where they come from their roots, but you remember. And so y'all getting demonized for picking up where they left off, or now they didn't protect themselves, or they had fucking negative experiences. Somebody was doing all of this shit that you're doing now, but because they didn't know how to protect themselves, or because they didn't know what the hell they were doing, they had a negative experience, or they spooked themselves out, they scared themselves and never came back to it, and never picked it back up. They want to demonize it for you. Meanwhile, all you're doing is assuming what you're supposed to be for your bloodline. So continue on and do it openly. Okay? And if it's a problem, then go be around other people you can do that openly with. Be yourself openly with. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I love y'all. You already know the vibes. This is not going to be posted on TikTok or IG. This replay will only be available on Patreon. Send it to somebody that you love. If you want to send me a love donation, I truly appreciate it. This is your sign. Come book your personal reading, and my DMs are open for $40 10-minute mini reads. I might come see y'all later after I charge my phone. Love you. Bye.